Neil Patrick Harris recently became news this week when a viral Twitter post 10 years ago resurfaced, showing a picture of corpse of Amy Winehouse meat platter that he brought in the Halloween party he hosted just 4 months after the singer died from alcohol poisoning. As we all know, Harris, who is famous for his role on How I Met Your Mother, is also like a huge deal on Broadway. Can't get enough news or gossip about Neil Patrick Harris? Then you've come to the right YouTube channel, Plenty of Pop Fan. We have scoured Facebook groups, Twitter feeds, Reddit, Discord, and even Telegram boards to get you the most up-to-date info on your favorite celebrity or juicy Hollywood gossip. If you have a tip, story, or even correction on our intel, comment below and we will be sure to follow it up. Let's dive right into the story now. This news seems to be circulating again in the past few years. Earlier this week, a viral tweet from writer Ashley Reese about how many very online people over the age of 25 are finding out about this restarted the cycle of discovery. "I'm not understanding why the cake is this graphic," replied at YaGirlLBell. In a second message, someone continued, "Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris had a cake resembling Amy Winehouse thrombosed corpse for Halloween soon after she died. I have always hated him since then." Discussing Neil's resurfaced actions on Reddit, one person wrote, "WTF, I wasn't expecting the cake to be that graphic. This is so sick." Another said, "Wow, this is so wildly inappropriate. My jaw dropped. What in the actual F? I can't believe I had no idea and I love celebrity gossip. This is absolutely vile," a third person commented. A fourth added, "I'm literally nauseous right now after viewing that. So wrong and in poor taste." "Wait, what the F? I expected a cake with her face on it. How could anyone ever think this is okay? I'm horrified," one more wrote. "And this isn't a joke that would be considered sick now. This is disgusting for anyone, anytime. I don't think I can look at him the same." Another said that the dish is evidence of Neil's character, saying that "I have never been able to look at him the same way after this." After seeing this dish, they wrote, "I think it shows his real character and it's just so horribly grotesque." One tweet pointed out that Neil could have achieved the same Halloween shock factor with a generic corpse, and the fact that he specifically targeted Amy made it all the more problematic. They could have just had a gross meat platter for Halloween. It didn't need to have the Amy sticker on it. Tasteless even in 2011, a dark time in our treatment of celebrities with addiction or mental health issues for sure. But despite it being a long time ago, I really think it shows his character. And his husband's. Mean Girls vibes from both of them anyway, they observed. Someone else responded by saying, "That's what I thought. A corpse made of meat would have been gross but not actually offensive. Adding the name of someone recently deceased is what puts it over the top. Anything to be edgy, I guess." In November 2011, "Oh no, they didn't," a gossip blog reported on the artificial corpse cake that was created for a Halloween party. Winehouse died in July 2011. The photo is grisly, but it doesn't really look like a cake. It was supposedly worse. A handwritten card that read, "The corpse of Amy Winehouse," and included beef ribs, pulled pork, and chicken sausages made with a spicy barbecue sauce. Justin Mikita, husband of Modern Family star Jesse Tyler Ferguson, originally posted the photo to Twitter, which was quickly deleted after the tweet turned into a social media controversy. ONTD reports that there is no evidence of food photos or even party-related photography, as Harris's Twitter account suggests that the event wasn't photographed. This fact was made available by rumor to the Dumois subreddit, and the majority of commenters were not aware about this tasteless moment in celebrity Halloween party history. Most people commenting about Reese's tweet had no idea what she was talking about. Singer Amy Winehouse, 27, died on July 23, 2011, from a combination of drug overdose and alcohol poisoning. The vocal powerhouse joined the 27 Club, a group of iconic musicians who passed away at a young age. This group includes mostly in the blues and rock and roll genres. The 27 Club was created based on the coincidence that Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison all died at the age of 27. Kurt Cobain's death in 1994 marked a crossover moment where the topic gained notoriety. It includes Robert Johnson, who died in 1938, as the earliest musician to be part of that list. Amy has battled with alcohol and drug abuse throughout her career. She has also talked about struggles with self-harm, depression, and eating disorders in her interviews. After stints in rehab, she struggled with drugs and was hospitalized in 2007. Amy believed to have recovered from drug addiction in 2008, saying in a 2000 interview, "I literally woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do this anymore." On top of the public ridicule and media coverage, Amy's increasing struggle with addiction led to spreading reports of her being intoxicated at public events, which ultimately led to videos of her being circulated online. In fact, comedian Zoe Lyons' distasteful joke about the late musician Amy Winehouse self-harming was one of the funniest jokes that came out of Edinburgh Festival Fringe in 2008, according to public vote results. Just weeks after her death, TV network Comedy Central was forced to apologize after an old episode of Live at the Apollo, which poked fun at Amy and suggested that she was going to die soon, accidentally aired. Even after her death, people in the mass media continued to use Amy for all the wrong reasons, with distasteful comments flooding social media. However, these weren't just coming from common online trolls, these people were in the mass media. It was in only 3 months after Amy Winehouse's death that Neil Patrick Harris and his husband, David Burtka, were criticized when they displayed the corpse of Amy Winehouse at their Halloween party buffet. Jesse Tyler Ferguson and his husband, Justin Mikita, were guests at the party when they shared a photo of that platter to Twitter in real time. The quickly deleted tweet read, "Look who showed up at Actually NPH and at Gourmet MD's Halloween party last night, looking good." A shocking and gory photo showed a bloody and rotting corpse with Amy's iconic beehive hairstyle and a glimpse of her tattoos. It is not difficult to see that the dish was meant to resemble the body of Amy Winehouse. A small mat with a handwritten description beside it showed the name of the food as the corpse of Amy Winehouse. What they perceived to be a cake turned out to be a meat platter instead. This misunderstanding is evident in today's critic of the plate, which was also mistakenly referred to as a cake. The Twitter world ran wild again after this viral post was brought up. Others brought up more of Neil's historic behavior, including the time he shaded actor and comedian Rachel Bloom back in 2018. Actor Neil Patrick Harris tweeted during the Tony Awards, "Who is the woman in the top hat backstage at the Tony Awards?" His son Gideon remarked that she says "like" and "oh my god" a lot. "I'm confused." In a highly praised reply, Rachel told Neil that she was not only a huge fan of his, but they had met several times and he had worked closely with her husband in the past. "I'm a big fan of yours. We have met numerous times and my husband, Dan Gregor, wrote for How I Met Your Mother for 5 years. Notably, he wrote the episode where your character finally meets his father," she said. Rachel later told GQ that Neil's tweet had kind of devastated her, especially as she had hung out with them very recently at a Broadway show. She also commented on his lackluster response to her reply, which was "yes, well said, Thanks for the reminder. What was backstage like? The thing he said in response wasn't really an apology, Rachel said. I hate to mention it, but Neil Patrick Harris pretended not to know Rachel Bloom so he could mock her on Twitter. A user said of Neil's Amy display. NPH's big, I am everyone's favorite celebrity and I am such a nice guy, but in private I have a dark side and probably don't want waiters or household staff to look me in the eye energy, someone else replied. Harris had not publicly reacted to the controversy until now, but the photo which hit a nerve has been dug up more than once in the past. The Emmy winner has been married to Bertka since 2015. They share 11-year-old twins, Harper and Gideon. It's a lot harder for gay guys to have kids, however we tried. Bertka joked on the Wendy Williams show in 2015, explaining that there was an egg donor who was anonymous. We took 2 of our best guys and implanted them into her eggs, 2 different eggs. That's it for this video, Plenty of Pop fan. Remember to subscribe to our channel for all the latest celebrity news and gossip. It is like candy. You can't stop eating. We will cover what celebrities are wearing, who is dating who, and not dating anymore. It's hard to keep up with the recent happenings in their lives. We will satisfy your gossip fix daily. Comment below if there's a celebrity in particular you want us to cover or a juicy news tip you would like to share.